Hello, I'm Keith Hilson with the Schmidt Music Trombone Shop, back with another accessory review. And today I've got a couple of accessories that are very applicable in this day and age, specifically performance masks. We talked for a couple different videos about bell covers and using bell covers on our instruments to try to help eliminate particulate spread, and frankly just be able to use them to try to be able to play live music, have rehearsals, have performances. Another trend that we're seeing a lot of schools, institutions, just performing groups try to use our performance masks. So the difference between this and one of our standard masks is that the performance masks have slots, have holes in them that we accomplish in a couple different ways that allow you to access your mouthpiece, to be able to play essentially with the mask on, but while you're not playing, it's still keeping everyone around you safer. There are a number of different designs on the market right now, and we just managed to get our hands on a couple of them, and I wanted to take a look at them. The first one I have is from Marchmaster. Marchmaster, of course, is well known for doing a lot of different, fabric products for a variety of different usages, obviously in the marching world and beyond. And so they have their performance mask here. So this performance mask, this is made out of a single poly nylon here. Everything is stitched, of course. We've got the flexible straps here that, of course, go over the head. And with this design, what they have you do is they essentially have kind of two flaps that go side by side like that. And when you go to play, you put your mouthpiece between the flaps, you play, and then after you're done playing, you take it out and the flaps will close again here. All right, and here we have the latest offering from Torpedo Bags, the case maker. They've been doing a lot of work over the past several months in producing a whole variety of different mask offerings, bell cover offerings, instrument cover offerings, and in this case, a performance mask. This is specifically their chop slot mask. And so this is made out of a two-ply material, cotton exterior, a flannel interior here. We've got the elastic straps here, kind of nice. These are replaceable, so it just pulls through, and so if something breaks, if you need a larger size, you can actually just cut this out and put a different size in. What they have here, instead of having just a pull side slot, they have zippers here. So we've got the zippers on the outside, and of course zipper on the inside. And what's going to happen here is when you go to play, you pull open your zipper, and you can already have it adjusted basically to where you needed to play. So you pull open your zipper, put the mouthpiece through, you play. When you're done, you just zip back down here. And what's really nice is that the zippers lock in place. So for example, when you are closing the zipper, as soon as you come down here, it's not moving any further. So that way everything is staying in place. So of course it is one thing to see these, but I of course wanted to experience them as well here. So I'm going to be taking a play with both of these here. I'm using one of our Lake City euphoniums, and I really kind of get the experience of seeing what things are like, how it feels on the face, how the adjustments like, how long it takes to put the mouthpiece in and out, what the breathing is like. So I'm going to do all of that, and then we'll talk about that afterward. Between the Marchmaster and the Torpedo Bags masks, both of them certainly took a little bit of adjustment. Really figuring out, well, first off, how they really fit best on the face, figuring out how to navigate putting the mouthpiece in and out without, hitting my embouchure. And of course, I have a beard to deal with, and that kind of upped the difficulty game a little bit. The Marchmaster, I felt for me it was a little bit small. It certainly has some stretch to it, some pull, which in a way made the fitting a little bit easier. On the other hand, if you talk to a lot of folks, they'll tell you that a lot of times stretch materials like this, where you can actually pull through and start to see more of the threading, well, that's maybe not as actually protective as other options there. So that's something to consider here. One of the things that I noticed with design, well, besides the fact that you have to tie your own elastics here, which is not the end of the world, but it did take a little bit extra time. I had to fit it a little bit differently, and it was really, really snug on my face. One of the things I worried about initially is that on the inside, they have these flaps here. This is where they've kind of sewn everything into place to facilitate having the pull-apart flap. And I was really concerned about that being really uncomfortable, feeling on the embouchure. Even though the mask was really tight, it didn't bother me, a terrible amount. But because it was so form-fitting, it took a while. I felt like I even had a little bit of difficulty shifting through, I, along with a lot of other brass players, we will have some subtle movements as we're moving, through different ranges, for example. And I felt like even as I was trying to do these very subtle movements, that the mask was kind of restricting that to a point. And so that certainly took a while to get used to. And again, with the fit there, of course, I had to deal with my beard and everything. And I frankly, as far as breathing went, it was okay. It was actually a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. But I still felt like, I was having a little bit of difficulty taking in the kind of air that I wanted to. Maybe not necessarily surprise, except that I felt like with the torpedo bags, the chop slot mask, I didn't have a lot of those issues. First off, I thought the fit was better. Now, it's different sizing. Of course, here, this is the adult size mask. I'm not 100% sure. I think that might be, the Marchmaster might be the high school adult size there. But this certainly is, and it was certainly a different fit. With it, one of the things I did worry about a little bit initially with this is because we have the 2-ply material, I was really concerned about what my breathing was going to be like, what the airflow was like. But interestingly, because of how things open up, when I had to open up enough to get the mouthpiece through, actually, I felt my breathing was significantly better. I was able to take in more air because I think I had more of a direct, path for the airflow. And again, because of the design, because it fit better on my face, I didn't have the adjustment issues. I didn't have the beard getting in the way of, the mouthpiece, of course. But just in general, I didn't feel like I had to work as hard to get, things centered where I wanted to be and to be able to accommodate some of those small adjustments with it. So I think both of them, are certainly options. Interestingly, these are both the same price, at least at the moment here. Where things are going to change, I don't know, but they're at least very, very similar price points. The Marchmaster mask it's fine. I think it's probably certainly worth the price that they're asking. I will say with the torpedo bag, the chop slot, this has the same kind of quality we see out of all of their other products. The stitching, the assembly, everything is just really, really well done. For me, if I was going to be making an investment in it, I would have more faith in the longevity of this. And again, I think I really, really like a lot of the design features. Interestingly, they are working on a few other designs as well. The zipper setup apparently causes some issues with reed players, which kind of makes sense, potentially the reeds running into this. And so I know that they're working on basically like a magnetic flap system. I know that they're also working on a specific flute setup because of some of the challenges the flute has as well. So like I said, both great options. I really like the chop slot mask there, but I think either one you can get your hands on, I think are going to be effective for you. So as always, I hope you enjoyed our review. If you have any questions, comments, if you have any experience with this or other performance masks, leave them in the comments here. We and the rest of our community on the channel would love to hear about that. If you haven't already, you can check out some of our other videos. Again, we've got a couple of videos talking about the different bell cover options that are out there right now, and a whole variety of other reviews and informational videos, master classes. All of this is available on our channel, so feel free to check those out and think about subscribing to our channel if you want to see more of this as we're coming through here. And as always, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So thank you very much as always for watching.